All right. I'm not saying that to be.
And welcome back to the Uncle Jimmy, Cousin Donnie show. Rob really hurting people's eyes there. We are in the winners bracket semifinals at Veterans Park here in Melrose.
1-1 count.
1-1 count as Rich Hennessy wants to be on camera. Got my good buddy Richie standing next to me. We have a game between team, emphasis on team, Mudville versus Moist. In the winners bracket semis, Here for Beer just lost a fish, 6-1. Guy who pitched phenomenal for Here for Beer. I don't know who that was.
Handsome as hell, too.
Had 4 strikeouts looking, but we'll talk about that later as Mr. Dags is going to be leading us off here. So this is going to be a good one. This might be the game of the tournament, gentlemen. And we got Timmy Kornikowski in attendance and playing. Ugly ass shoes, but we'll talk about that later because Timmy's kind of fat. But Dags leading off, 1-1 count. Dags, foul ball, 1-2 here. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. Team Mudville, 1-1 count here all day. Except, is the championship 1-1, Rich?
I don't think.
We don't know about
Actually, no. I think it might be open.
the championship will be open. This is a winners bracket semifinal game. 1-1 count here. Till we get to that final game. Got about 3-4 games till we get there, but here we are. Dags to Bo. And hits off his right hand as the summer of JP just walks by. Yeah. Thought Bo moves his feet. That's probably an out. Dags does move pretty well, though. So we got a guy in first, top of one. No.
Yeah.
Summer and JP, he's going to walk by here.
Dave said it. Okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to
Here, yeah. Here comes Chad Hook, circus shortstop, as Mickey's trying to get skinny. That's going to sit. That's a great ball down the line. Mickey's ducking. We're going to have a first. Chad Hook slides in, and here comes Mr. Tim Kornikowski. Ugly shoes, former announcer.
1999. They're not ugly.
Not ugly. Guy plays for Circus. If you can't tell by it. Yeah, team. Emphasis on team, Tim. Number 90, Tim Kornikowski. Formerly a shortstop. Put on too much weight. Put on too much weight. He's more of a third baseman now. Doesn't play short. Chad Hook, a lot skinnier. Plays short for the Circus team. Second and third, no outs. Top of one, Moist. Timmy's going to try and get a hit. Probably not, though. Uncle Jimmy, a little deep there. Seems like he's afraid of cousin Timmy here. Oh, Uncle Jimmy doesn't bend over. That's 1-0 early for Moist. And this is Vince Stacy, 45s. Used to play with Signature, had a stint with Flash. Very good infielder, can put them all over. Great hitter. You got first and third, no outs. Top of 1-0. 1-1 count. Here's Mr. Vince Stacy. Jimmy working on the mound. Vince hits it, but that actually might fall in. No, Mikey Morola's there.
Oh, way early.
They're sending Chad Hook.
Throw back.
You got to appeal that. A lot of guys. A lot of guys. This is going to get interesting here, folks. I do think Chad might have left a little early. We're going to see if Rich Hennessy makes this game about himself. There's Mr. Piscitelli, formerly a Signature player, now superstar for Flash, as Mr. George Bliss would like to say.
The best.
The best? Saw you at Lawler's on. Hey, saw him at Lawler's on Sunday. He did have his shirt on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, don't get too excited. His shirt was on. We'll see if we can try and convince Pish to bat without his shirt at some point in this tournament. Him and Mikey Manzella probably bet back-to-back. Probably will bet shirtless. Can you ask Hennessy how Jasmine is? I cannot, Mr. Rustalude. He's in the middle of umping a game. Maybe in a half inning we could ask him, but right now we will not ask him. Only game going on here at Melrose. Mr. Piscitelli hits that to left. Chippy's all over it. We got 2 outs. 2-0. Top of 1. Moist up. And we have Mr. Mike Manzella with his shirt on batting. And Mr. Hennessy explaining to one of the coaches here, Mr. Battistoni, why neither of them saw the potential early takeoff on the tag up. Could have been out of the inning, 1-0. And Rich claims he's watching it, but we'll let the people rewatch the tape and figure it out themselves. Here comes Mr. Manzella. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Mikey Marola deep in the grass here. I don't know if you guys can see that from our angle, but Mikey's about 10 feet into the grass at second. Bo shaded over to the right side. Huge hole to the left side. Uncle Jimmy's going to have to cover it. Nate got a lot of range, though. Nate could get that ball. But we need Uncle Jimmy to throw a strike here, or else all that is moot points. 3-1 here to Mr. Manzella. And left center. Timmy's chucking. There's going to be a play right in front of us. And safe. Timmy turned back the clock there. Haven't seen Timmy move like that since he heard cheeseburgers were 2 for 1 at McDonald's, but we got 2 outs. Mike Manzella with a double.
A lot of hustle for that boys team, huh?
A lot of hustle. He heard cheeseburgers were 2 for 1 if he scored, so Timmy likes his cheeseburgers.
Could use a little bit of that for thickness.
Yeah, we got Mr. Burke over here telling us he doesn't run like that for circus. Manzella wasn't even off the field, so that might no pitch. No, you want it. You want it. V's arguing. V's already had one too many adult beverages. This game's getting out of hand here in the top of the first. Top of the first. We got 3-0, 2 outs. Top of the first. Mr. Piscitelli on second. PJ Raines, young and upcoming star, as some of our friends like to say. And he's going to drive that to right. And that's 3 outs. Potentially a missed call. We're going to have to go back and watch the tape if Mr. Chad Hook left third early. But regardless of the situation, we're going to have emphasis on team Mudville up in the bottom of the first, down 3-0. First time they're facing a deficit in this tournament. And last year's MVP of Forest Park No Glove Nationals, Mike, as the man called Moji Marasovic, will be on the mound. So we got Stacy at first. Chad Hook at short center, maybe second. Looks like short center. We got Big Tim, 2 for 1. We're going to call him 2 for 1. We're calling him Mr. Cheeseburger at third. It's the only reason we saw him hustling. Can't really see the outfield. I don't have my glasses on, but
Ryan Russ in left.
Obviously Ryan Russ is in left. Who's
PJ Raines inside.
and who's in right?
I don't know. I don't really care.
I believe that's Omar. Omar from St. Rita. Omar from St. Rita. I believe he just turned 19. That's Omar from St. Rita playing at 19, playing right field. Young kid. That's Mr. D'Agostino, for people familiar with the stream. Left-handed, going to be playing second. Chad Hook's at short center. Piscitelli at short. And Mr. Cheeseburger at third.
Rich. It felt great. Like, from here.
Moji.
Good ball, short.
Chip just misses the right field line there. We're going to try to give you some other angles. Team Mudville guys are a little loud today.
Are you saying that they're loud?
1-2 count here to Chippy. And Mr. Hennessy, following the ump from last game, not calling illegal. As we've seen earlier in the day, not on the stream, but the umps are letting the arc get up there today. The game before, the ump was letting you touch about 17 feet in the air. If you were landing it, it was a strike. So I know from experience. I was pitching. So here comes Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy, all the guy does is hit and opens bars.
We use the runner there, Nate?
New bar, Papa Magoo's in Shorewood, Illinois. If you haven't been there, go try it. Grand opening was last night. Great bar.
boy, Champ, way to get up.
Their staff's pretty good, minus this guy named Richie. Other than that, great staff, great staff. And here comes Nate Mercado up. 3-0, bottom one out, 1-1 count to Mr. Nate Mercado.
Come on, Nate.
And Nate goes to right field, and Chip took off. Chip,
That's second base anyways.
Chip, I don't know, lost track of the outs. 3 batters in the game. Omar's his name, right? Yeah, that is.
Wait for 2 weeks in.
Yeah, yes. So that's a Mount Greenwood kid. As you can see, the flash hierarchy getting their hands on another young outfielder. They seem to find young kids in Mount Greenwood. Found guys like Danny Dispenza on Mount Greenwood. Here comes Ryan Rice. Guy's hit ever since he's got that half sleeve on his left arm, as he's giggling while I'm talking. And if you had Chippy making 2 outs and 3 batters on your bingo card, along with Nate striking out, you'd make a lot of money. Nate struck out the game before on the live stream, but that was a good ball. Omar made a nice play, and Chip was halfway to third. That was never going to happen. He was never getting back. And Uncle Jimmy trying a little quick pitch as Mr. Rich Hennessy puts the stand up. And Uncle Jimmy goes right to Moji's little specialty hit, touching the ceiling for a strike.
Hi, Liz. Hi, Jim.
Uncle Jimmy, real deep there. 2-2. Top of 2, 3-0. Early on here, Moist got a lead. Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy knocks it down. Ryan Russ running real hard out of the box. Safe, close play, but was safe. Most of the plays in game 1 that Uncle Jimmy was making, made, I believe, all 4 of his plays. So here comes Anthony Stacy. Real good hitter here. Threads the needle between short center and second. And we have a thread up again here. First and third. And here comes the young kid who made a nice catch last half inning. Omar, don't know his last name, from St. Rita. I know he plays out in Mount Greenwood. I played against him. Kid absolutely flies. He's actually got some sneaky pop. He can go. He can go. As the catcher's asking, he can go. Uncle Jimmy's going to have to make a play. I think he's going to shoot Uncle Jimmy's hole. And on the button, I call it. Uncle Jimmy needs to make a play. Kid hit it on the screws. That's 1-2 outs. And now Mr. Moj coming up to bat. And what a call by the announcer. That's just an impeccable call saying Uncle Jimmy's going to make a play. Young kids love shooting middle. Don't want to get too fine. Now here comes Moj. If Moj can find some grass, push this lead out, and Uncle Jimmy misses. Little to the right. That was out as the team. Emphasis on team Mudville guys. Don't like the call. And Uncle Jimmy, 3-1 to Moj here. Would assume this is a no swing. And there's strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. Moji up, top of the order next. Moji pops out Mr. Mikey Marola, and a huge play by Uncle Jimmy. Huge play by Uncle Jimmy there. Gets him out of the inning. Right on cue. I called it. Uncle Jimmy's going to have to make a play, and he did. Looks like Mastari's going to be leading us off here for team. Emphasis on team. Mudville. 3-0, bottom of 2. And this is a real big inning here for Team Mudville because they got 4, 5, 6 up, while Moist, on the other hand, has the top of their order coming up. So we're going to have Mastari leading us off here.
Good job, guys. Good 0. Go hit now.
Come on, cut it in half.
Uncle Jimmy, all I want to say is I said you had to make a play for that kid. You did. It's perfect. Picture perfect. Bottom of two here. 3-0 early, Moist. Big inning, big catch, big double play by Uncle Jimmy on the mound. Here comes Mustari, great hitter here. Real young, but this kid can hit.
Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Moji just misses the inside corner, so we're gonna look at a 3-1 count here.
Hey,
And Mustari works the leadoff walk with Al Rice, under 30 Al Rice. I know, shocking to a lot of you ladies out there, but Al Rice is under the age of 30.
come on, Alex. Come on, Alex.
That was just a ball to Mustari. Called strike, 1-2. Gave you a little more karma.
Oh, yeah.
So 1-2 to Al Rice here.
Good eye.
That's very deep. 2-2. Questionable call on strike two, but here we are. 2-2. Moji, like a cat, makes the play. Somehow Moji's shirt didn't come up. We didn't see any of the belly there. Kind of crazy, but nonetheless, 1 out. Chris Lentine, former MVP of major nationals, I believe 2 or 3 years ago for the 45s. 1 out. Al Rice at first. 3-0. Bottom of 2. Team Mudville chasing.
I'll get one on my full
And Lantine's got it down the line. Al's going to get to third. Omar gets that ball in very quickly. Omar gets that ball in very quickly, holding Lentine, a left-handed batter, to just a single. So we got 1 out. Mr. Bo Filkins, as we stated earlier, shortstop of Mount Carmel State Championship baseball team. Also played baseball at Western Michigan. Real good softball player. Nephew of Keith Filkins. Bo jumping out of his shoes there a little bit to try and flip the line, hit behind Chris. With Dags there at second, that's not a bad idea. It's gonna be a tough double play, get you a run, get you off the 0, make it a 2-run game here early. But as it stands right now, we got 3-0, bottom 2, 1-2 count, 1 out. Bo Filkins up to bat. Moist leading. Bo puts it to center. That's going to get you a run. Lentine does a smart play, doesn't leave. Probably out. Good throw there. But Bo does drive in the first run of the game for Team Mudville.
Time, Richie.
So here comes Mr. Richie Battistoni,
Come on, Rich.
general manager, I believe, of Papa Magoo's.
Come on, kid.
Takes the ball in.
Yeah.
Flips the line. Omar, sure-handed, gets it in quick. 3-1 still, but a huge ball. They're asking for a courtesy running for Mr. Richie Battistoni. That'll be Bo Filkins running. Good ball by Richie. Good play by Omar. Young kid. And he gets a lot of major players here. You're good. Nice ball by Richie there. Omar, outside of Papa Hops, I don't know how many times he's played against this level of competition. Very good player, but step up in competition for sure for him. And that's ball 3. I believe Mark Holstein's on deck. I don't know if Moses is going to want to walk him to get to Mark. Mark's been hitting the shit out of the ball today. And Stu flips the line. And Omar, again, sure-handed. Gets it right to Chad. Gets it right to Chad. So we got 3-2 ball game, 2 outs. Team Mudville putting some good at-bats together here. Really going after the young outfielder in right. So 3-2.
Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark.
Just an observation. Where Mark hit the ball
Wait. Oh.
twice the last game. That hole looks a little open. So if he tries it, Stacy now off the line, closing that hole just up ever so slightly. Ball deep, 2-2 to Mr. Mark Holstein. One of the best hitters in six-hand softball history there. And it's under it, but
Dags will drop one, though.
Dags on the
Dags will
line.
drop one every once in a while.
But a good inning by Team Mudville makes this a one-run game going into the third inning. So we got a very good ball game on our hands here.
I got you.
Asking for another beverage from Mickey as I'm trying to stay hydrated here in between games. Is here for beer got knocked into the losers bracket by cousin Donnie and his fish team. I did get cousin Donnie out when he pitched it, if anyone's wondering. But in the end, Fish beat here for beer 6-1. So we were head to the losers bracket from Melrose Park at Veterans Park. Top of the third, 3-2. Moist leading, top of the order up, and this shapes up to be a good one, folks. Dags, little flip, and all Mr. D'Agostino does is hits. The guy really loves the hits. Ace to play the field, loves the hit.
Mark, I got no Bud Light, so choose.
Much like so, thank you, sir. As Mickey Belushi hands me a nice cold beverage to keep me hydrated. So we got Chad Hook, shortstop for Circus, playing short center today as Pichatelli is at short and Mr. Cheeseburger Eddie's at third base. Chad gets the ball's right hand. You're not going to throw Dags out at third. We're going to go first and third, and Mr. Cheeseburger Eddie himself coming up to bat. My guess is going to shoot Jimmy's hole because he loves picking on Jimmy. Did Fish win? Yes. Eddie, Fish did win. They beat Here for Beer 6-1. And the funny thing about that game is Fish had 4 guys strike out looking in that game. The guy announcing the game right now is the guy who struck out the 4 guys looking last game. Pretty impressive feat. Have 4 guys strike out looking and still win the game 6-1. Nice win by Fish. Congratulations to them as they move on. Uncle Jimmy throws a ball to Mr. Cheeseburger Eddie. 2-1 here. Big spot here. Team Mudville can turn a double play. And Timmy tries to walk the line. Dags gets in easy as Cheeseburger Eddie gives himself up for a sacrifice fly to drive in another one. So we're now back up to a 2-run lead, 4-2 with Mr. Vince Stacy, the 4-hitter, coming up to bat. 1 out, Chad Hook on first.
And then I said I wanted to come next year, and I was told I was not to offer.
So Uncle Jimmy here, if he can get out of this, only down 2 after Team Mudville put up 2 last inning. They got to feel pretty good about themselves. Their top of the order's coming up.
Figure that out.
And Uncle Jimmy makes another play. Do they have it? And a huge double play for Uncle Jimmy. Once again, getting them out of a sticky situation. Uncle Jimmy. Couple errors early from Uncle Jim. Lately, money. Give him the gold glove now. Those are 2 big plays to get him out of some jams to keep this a very close and contested ball game. I believe it's going to be Mikey Marola, Little Dave, and then I believe the top of the order is going to be up. As Little Dave gives me a yes, sir, as I say he's about to bat.
Come on, Mikey, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, that'll work. Come on, Steven, let's go. Check in, Steph. Come on, Steph. Check in, Steph. Mike, Dave, Jeff.
Right, I know.
Get 2 strikes. You might put a deep strike. He will.
Nate giving his teammates a little idea of how the strike zone's working. As Mr. Mike Morosevich, a.k.a. Moji, on the hill for Flash. Or not Flash, Moist. I stand corrected. It was Moist. My apologies. There's Mikey Marola. He gets a hit. He gets a hit here. And Little Dave gets a hit. And Mike, he cuts the line as I'm cut off a little bit by this dugout here to try and give you guys the best angle. Mikey does a beautiful cut over Cheeseburger Eddie. Pichatelli was a little deep to try and steal it, but it's a beautiful cut. If Little Dave can click this line up, You know Chippy's got to be feeling like he owes the team something, making 2 outs and 3 batters to start the game. That's a great pitch by Mr. Marasovic. 1-2, no outs, bottom of 3, 4-2. Moist leading, Team Mudville. Emphasis on team up to bat. Illegal. Moji makes another play, and that's an illegal pitch by Moj. Got it out pretty good time. Mr. Hennessy behind the plate. Got it out in pretty good time. Don't really love the swing there from Little Dave. After a great leadoff hit by Mikey Marola. And nonetheless, we got 2 outs in the bottom of the third with the top of the lineup up with Chippy. As B spills his beer on me. Chad Hook, great play in the hole, but Chippy, unlike his brother, extremely fast. Cheeseburger Eddie cannot run like that, a.k.a. Timmy Kornikowski. But Chippy, Chad Hook, even with him on the left side of the bag, that's a hit. 10 days a week, and there's only 7 weekdays in a week. Here comes Uncle Jimmy, owner of Papa Magoo's.
I sucked. I came home from college and my coach was like,
And holy smokes. I don't know what Mr. Brian Kornikowski's doing. Don't know what is going through his head, if he's had too many cocktails or what. But Chippy runs Team Mudville out of another inning as Moise is going to come up with the middle of the lineup. The shirtless bandits, Pescatali and Manzello, will be the first 2 batters Uncle Jimmy's got to face this inning. But Chippy running himself and the team out of 2 innings. You don't really see those mental mistakes from Chippy too much. So I don't know if he's had one too many cocktails to drink or what, but 2 really, really bonehead plays by Chip that you're not used to seeing. And here comes Pescatelli, shirt on.
oh my God.
And Jim's beats Uncle Jimmy to his left hand. And this team Mudville team just doesn't seem like they got the juice they had the first game. They seemed a little more into it that game 1. This game, they're kind of going through the motions, and Moist in the 4th inning, only up 4-2. If Team Mudville can get out of this middle of the order without giving up too many runs and they can wake up, we can get a real good ball game here, folks. And Nate's right hand makes an absolute beautiful play. That's a great play by Nate Mercado. Bo drops the ball.
I literally told you to hit it.
I mean, that Bo's got really good hands. I've known Bo a long time. He's playing a little uncharacteristic today, or at least in this game. As is Chip, one of the best. And here comes PJ Rains, 1-2 count. Uncle Jimmy's got to work here. Does Uncle Jimmy make another big play to bail his defense out? Uncle Jimmy is up to bat next inning for Mudville. And Uncle Jimmy trying to pick off time, just delaying the game here. Was not very close. It looks cool until you see the ball hit the fence down the right field line. Cannot steal. Uncle Jim going for another strikeout hitting the bat after about 800 attempts, according to Mr. Battistoni, finally got a guy last game. And that's a good ball. It takes a wicked hop over Mikey Marola. Mikey played on the lip of the grass. Mikey was going down to smother it, and it just takes a hop. There's nothing you could do there. Just nothing. Mikey put himself in a position to make the play, but in the end, the dirt wins as Ryan Russ comes up. Kid hits since he got the half sleeve tattoo. And Peppers won, but we're foul. You can see there's a good crowd here today. Just all under the trees here. If you've ever been to Veterans Park here in Melrose Park, all under the trees because the sun is hot. It is a hot one today. We're on Diamond 2, the one closer to North Avenue. A little more shade over here as the sun starts to set as those trees behind us. But the other diamond, you're just in the scorching hot heat today. Good pitch by Uncle Jimmy. Chippy just a tad bit too deep, throws the ball away. And and V very smartly, Coach V, calling timeout is this is one of the most uncharacteristic games you could ever have out of Chippy. One of the absolute best players in softball and one of the top left fielders in the game. Two base running mistakes, and now a huge overthrow. And now you get Anthony Stacy, the king of the short hood sweatshirt, as Mickey's messing with Rob to put Rob. Rob does have his spikes on, aka number 41.
If you put Robin before me, I'm embarrassed.
As Mickey's talking smack to Rich, saying Mick should go in before Rob. So the guys on the team Mudville bench are having fun, but the guys in the field are not. And this ball's going to Chip. And Chip makes the play, makes a nice throw. Ryan's got a hard slide into third. A little awkward. Looked like his shoulder might have got caught, but looks like Ryan's okay. V's in our shot, so we're not going to get a lot to see there. But nice play by Mr. Brian Kornikowski. As now the lead has been pushed out to 7-2 with young Omar from St. Rita up to bat here. He hit a smoking hard line drive to Uncle Jimmy for a double play last at bat. So Uncle Jimmy's got to be ready here. And that right up the middle, one hop to little Dave. That's a great ball. And I'll tell you, Flash is probably dying to get their hands on that kid. Not that they need help in the outfield, but that's a young kid who can hit.
That kid didn't swing. That would have been strike three.
Kids hit the ball hard twice right up the middle. We looks like we got a pitch hitter here. I'm assuming this is for Moj, as I see Dags is on deck. So this is going to be a pitch hitter here for Moj. Little deep, as Mr. Hennessy says. So we got a 2-1 count. 8-2.
There's only one tournament.
Moist up, and Omar might be tagging. That's pretty deep. Omar, 4 hard steps and back to first. But really smart play. You got Dags up. You got your top up. Don't run yourself out of an inning here, as Team Mudville has done that twice already this game, run themselves out of innings. Omar showing a little smarts there by not going. Got Dags, and then you got Chad Hookup. Dags switched the line. That's going to be out of play. That's a really smart play from a young kid. Dave was a little deep, but Omar's probably out at second. At minimum, it's going to be a bang-bang play. And with your top up, one of the best up in Dags here. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning. Uncle Jimmy heavy on the pitch there. 2-2 count. 2 outs. 8-2 here in the top of 4. Moist leading Team Mudville. Emphasis on team, please. Full count. Dags finds a gap here. Omar's probably going to score with ease. And an illegal pitch brings up Mr. Chad Hook. First and second, 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs. Real big spot in the game here. Uncle Jimmy just next to plate. But if they can get out of this, the game's still within reach. You got 2, 3, 4 up if you team Mudville. And Lil Dave's going to be all over that. And
Wow, got hit for a while. Let's go.
I'm not sure.
8-2. There goes Mr. Cheeseburger Eddie.
Let's go.
As we head into the bottom of the fourth, emphasis on Team Mudville down 8-2, but they do have 2, 3, 4 up, and they got the right guys up. They could string about 4 or 5 hits together. We're right back in the game. Surprisingly, with the amount of good hitters Team Mudville has, no one has tried the left-handed Dags at second base. So we'll see here. Uncle Jimmy up. Last inning, he was up to bat. Chippy thought it might have been a hit and run. Uncle Jimmy, no. And Chippy was standing on second when the ball went to first on a throw from Vince Stacy at catcher. So that's how that. It was a 4-2 game at that time. 4 runs put up by Moist there. So we'll see. His team Mudville got a lot of good hitters. So we'll see.
He's fucking bitching and he's not even here. Why is he yelling?
Uncle Jimmy, one hopper to Piscitelli, pitch and catch. That's 1 out. Here comes Nate Mercado. Nate hit a really good ball his first at bat. Did not get the tail he wanted to Omar, and ended up hitting into a double play. But it was a nice ball. And here comes Nate. And that one, Omar's moving, catches that with ease. That's 2 quick outs. And if you're Mike Mrazovich, if you could get Mastari out here for the 3rd out of the inning, that's a quick inning. Team Mudville's heads won't be down to say, but the momentum's definitely all in Moise's favor. And Mastari tries Omar. Little basket catch down the right field line, and that's a quick 1-2-3 from Team Mudville. So as we head here to the 5th, 8-2. Moist.
I would get the shot.
Thanks. So Uncle Jimmy really needs a 0 here. Another 4-run inning. Looks like Mr. Cheeseburger Eddie's going to walk over and got something funny to say. Anything to say, Cheeseburger Eddie?
How did Moreno and Hemer hit for you guys this year?
I plead the 5th as Uncle.
Coach should.
You didn't tell me. I didn't.
Can't give away my secrets. It's rumor season. A lot of guys trying to recruit, and Cheeseburger Eddie's trying to put me on the spot. So here comes Cheeseburger Eddie, the BOH tattoo. Loud and proud, boys ahoy. Him and his little buddy, Josh Szymanski, with the same tattoo in the same spot. Kind of weird, but here we are. And Uncle Jimmy, what I thought what Cheeseburger Eddie was going to do last at bat, does it this time. Adam, we're just having fun here. You don't got to correct me. Team Mudville is down in the dumps right now. We're out here to make a little fun. But it's good to see you on the street, madam. You should come out to Melrose Park. Vince slips in the box, but Nate too deep. And Vince will be safe at first. So we're going to have 1 out. The shirtless wonder, Piscitelli, with his shirt on. Up to bat at the top of the 5th. 8-2 ball game as Moist leads with 1 out. And that's a souvenir for nobody as it hits the fence. 2 strikes. Piscitelli probably would have hit that fair if he had his shirt off, but due to all the ladies in attendance, he's keeping the shirt on. Uncle Jimmy working to try and get out of another situation here. It's the middle of this order is up for Moist. Good pitch. Ball through the legs. And I don't know if Bo's had one too many adult beverages or what, but that's about the 3rd error we've seen from Bo Filkins this game. Pretty uncharacteristic for Bo Filkins. He's lucky this isn't the Team Jagoff rules because that's a lot of money he'd be paying. You'll be at Hamlin tomorrow? You going live at him? Love to see some streaming from Hamlin Park as they have their tournament tomorrow. As I believe the lower bracket and co-ed will finish up at Veterans Park in Melrose tomorrow. And Mike Manzala tries to hit it to the parking lot and beat Al Rice. And that might be the proverbial dagger. As Moist, a 3-run home run for Mike with his shirt on Manzella. As it is now 11-2 with one out with PJ Reigns up. And surprisingly, I guess maybe not surprising since Uncle Jimmy runs the team, they're going to stick with Uncle Jimmy on the mound. Got 3 pitchers on the bench here. Mickey's having a couple of adult beverages. He doesn't look like he wants to pitch. Rob Grisano, a.k.a. number 41's pacing the dugout to try and get in on mound. And PJ Reigns hits that one well out of play into the trees. And with shockingly, no game going on the other diamond. I know there's some loser bracket games. Unless they plan on having the losers bracket games start at the same time, it looks like no matter what, we're going to have a little break to that winners bracket game. So, 16 tournament here in the upper division at Melrose Park. And PJ Reigns smokes a 2-strike, 1-out single to Little Dave. And Mickey, with no spikes on, looks like Mickey and Rob are going to fight to pitch. And Rob ultimately loses the battle. And here comes Uncle Mick making his return to Melrose Park as he was kicked out last year. Uncle Mick only has one of his 72 knee braces on. He's got his dad Air Force Flyers on. Here comes the kid who only hits because he's got a new half sleeve as he puts his hand in the camera. Number 24, that's Ryan Russ, folks. So 11-2, 1-1 count, man on first, 1 out in the top of the 5th as Moist tries to add on and kind of put this game away. And Little Dave all over it. The ball kind of just floated out there. I think Ryan wanted to go more hard to the gap, but nonetheless, kind of floats out there. We have 2 outs. Anthony Stacy, Mr. Short Sleeve Hoodie, up to bat with a Bass Pro hat on. Not a flash hat. Right at Mick, right off his stomach. Mick sticks with it, and 2 pitches, 2 outs. Maybe Mickey should have started the game, and maybe Uncle Jimmy the short center, but nonetheless, it is 11-2 in the bottom of the 5th. So let's see Mudville can put up some runs here. Weiss will be chasing just 1 run in the 6th to potentially put this at a slaughter rule game.
Hey, Marky, I just want to let you know we had a Yelp 2-star review for the stream.
Oh, that's fine.
5-star for Mickey on that pitching input right there.
Yeah, everyone's a hero at Melrose Park.
Not everyone's here for beer, though.
Correctamundo. Not everyone has 4 strikeouts looking on the mound either, as Jake Macheras walks away.
Okay. Pony up.
So I believe Al's batting 4th or 5th here for team emphasis on Team Mudville. Like we said last half inning, Team Mudville does have the type of hitters to get back in this game, so we'll see. And nice play by Chad Hook, but Al Rice hustling down the line, makes the play. Here comes Chris Lentine up to bat. Nice, real nice play there by Chad Hook. Real good.
Chris.
Ball in.
Go, Chrissy.
2-1 to Chris Lentine here in the bottom of the fifth. Ball deep and a little bit in. 3-1 here. Strike probably caught the end of the well there.
Chris.
The Dags. Little short arm throw from Dags. But Pichatelli hangs with it. Nonetheless, 1 out, man on first with Mr. Both Wilkins up to that.
When it does matter, you won't do that.
Go, Bo. Go, Bo.
Oh, he goes to cut a ball, and that one's in the trees. Souvenir for a lucky fan for about 12 seconds, so they got to throw the ball back in play.
Go, Bo. 2-1. Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo.
Maybe that's a.
Come on, Bo. Thank you.
One of the first illegal calls of the day by any umpire
Come on, Bo.
happens here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Full count here to Bo with 1 out. And Bo goes down 1-2, works the walk. And here comes Mr. Richie Battistoni up to plate. First and second, 1 out. But I believe Mark Holstein and Mr. Stu coming up to bat. So if they can flip the lineup here, could get interesting, folks.
Never know, never know, never know, never know.
And skies that in the air. Omar coming in on the run makes a nice catch with the fingertip. So here comes Stu. I believe it's going to be Stu and then Mark Holstein. So Team Mudville trying to stretch something here.
Here we go, Stu.
And let's fly out as we head to the 6th.
Hey, hold up.
11-2, Moist with the lead over team. Emphasis on Team Mudville. Hold it or drink it?
I'll put it right here.
As Mickey hands me his adult beverage to watch for this half inning as he goes back out to the mound. 2 pitches, 2 outs. So Mickey working efficiently. Coach V looking extra big in the white T-shirt over here to the Mudville dugouts. Team Mudville. My apologies. Team Mudville. And here comes Omar. Man, nice catch last half inning. He's been hitting the ball hard up the middle. Mickey's got to watch his whiskers here because he's been shooting the box. Deep, just missed the edge of the zone there. 2-1 here to Omar in the top of the 6th. Well off into the his batter's back. 3-1. And just on the edge of the cross, Mickey does get a full count here to Omar. Omar hits it hard, Nate. Great hands. Pitch and catch over to Stu for 1 out here in the top of the 6th as it is 11-2. Here comes the man they call Moj. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. If you're Mickey here, you really want to get this out. 2 outs. You got the top coming up next. Courtesy runners are allowed in this tournament. So if Moj should get on base, you're going to have Omar, your right fielder, running for him with Dags up the plate. Moj punches it to Marola's right hand. Jump throw. Plenty of time to get Moj. So we got 2 outs here as top of the order for Moist comes up. And that'll be Dags. You got Dags and Chad Hook, the little circus combo batting 1-2 here for Moist. 11-2 game, bottom of the sixth, 2 outs. A little deep. 2-1 here to Dags. Oh, wow. I don't know. Might have been flat, but I don't think it hit the plate. Gonna have to get a replay review on that one. 3-1 nonetheless. Dags into the fans. Full count. As Mickey's claiming that's a strikeout due to the fact most of the players on the field don't believe it hit the plate. Dags at Mick. Dags not running extreme. Dags not running too hard. Third out of the inning nonetheless, and we're going to the bottom of the sixth as Mickey has come in and seen 5 batters and got 5 outs. So we'll head to the bottom of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth, 11-2 team Mudville. Chasing here, quite a few runs, but we're gonna have Mark Holstein leading us off. Mike Morrow on deck, and then the lineup flips over. So these first 2 guys get on. V. So as V goes to get me a water, running out of breath there. Gotta be on my feet for 50-something minutes. We're gonna go to the bottom of the sixth with Mark Holstein up. Bottom of sixth, Team Mudville chasing 11-2, and Mr. Hennessy calls it a ball, 2-1. So Moj gets a hand on it. Markey hustling down the line. That will be a single. Moji gets a hand on it, doesn't get a hand on it. That's probably a hit regardless. And as we come up, here comes Mikey Marola. Had a very nice. Mikey Marola coming up. Great ball last time on the cut. Takes ball 2 as we are playing with a 1-1 count here. Ball 3 here. Oh my gosh. What a play by Anthony Stacy. Anthony Stacy gets his right hand on it. 1 hopper to Dags, and that's a force out at second base. What a play by Stacy as Marola was looking to paint that right field line. Did not get it high enough, unfortunately, for Team Mudville. But 1 out. You got Burke pitch hitting here. 11-2, bottom 6, 1 out. Burke takes ball for the plate there. Deep, ball 3, so another 3-1 count. Ball just nicks the plate. So Berg was pitch hitting there for Little Dave, and now here comes Chip. 1 out, first and second, and we're going to have a re-entry as Little Dave's going to come in there and run at first. So we got first and second, 1 out. The bottom of the sixth with Team Mudville starting to gain a little traction here. Chip tries to flip the line. Right there. And Mikey Marola hustling the third with a slide. There's going to be no throw. Nice catch by Omar's Uncle Jimmy's going to re-enter the game to hit for Mickey as Mickey came in to pitch the last inning and 2/3 for Uncle Jimmy. So Uncle Jimmy here. Uncle Jimmy takes ball 2, 2-1. He's having a nice day at the dish here. Uncle Jimmy, 2 hopper to pitch. Little high of a throw, but Stacy hangs on. And that
How come Gio ain't doing this game, Mark?
I will not comment on said comment as Mickey will re-enter. Uncle Jimmy will be out of the game as we got a little fielding. Got Richard Rico in the cutoffs and the Timberlands working on first base. Great friend of the stream. Guy does great work on the fields, even though when you slide on him, your leg will get cut up on him. But nonetheless, nice fields. As 2-3-4 is going to come up here from Moist. So we're going to have Chad Hook here leading us off for Moist as Moist leads here in the top of the seventh, 11-2. And we'll see what happens here, folks. Mickey's been getting the outs, so they're going to ride with Mick as number 41 stays on the bench. Think so? Got the same record now. Chad Hook with a little half swing, light swing. Don't really know what to call that, but nonetheless, nice easy line drive at Mastari. He hangs on one out. And here comes Cheeseburger Eddie. Last time shot Jimmy's hole to no prevail. He might try Mickey, as Mickey does not have his 72 knee braces on. And he tries both Filkins. Cheeseburger Eddie running as hard as he possibly could, but he is still out. So 2 outs here in the top of the seventh. Moist up 11-2. Vince Stacy up to bat. And I believe after him will be Piscitelli with his shirt on deck. Makey with the pitch. Stacy with the cut. Stacy misses it by about 2.5 feet, give or take.
Right away on field one.
2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of 7. Moist up 11-2. As I believe Team Mudville, if they do lose this game, it sounds like they will be playing right away on Diamond 1. And then Stacy goes big. Chippy does make the catch as Mickey pitches 2 2/3 for Team Mudville without giving up a run. So Mickey has stopped the bleeding for Mick. So Mick has stopped the bleeding here for Team Mudville, but 2 runs against a team like Moist just is not going to cut it. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of fight Team Mudville has, because it sounds like they got to go right away if they do lose this game, as it is a double elimination tournament here at Veterans Park and Melrose Park. They got the golf cart out, driving around, adult beverages, waters, Gatorades. Nice little crowd here. So if you're not doing anything, we still got quite a few games till we get to the championship. Looking for something to do on this Saturday. As Mickey sticks out his tongue, no one wanted to see that, not even his wife. But here comes Mr. Nate Mercado. And 1 out. As Moj knocks it down, gets the first out of the inning. Day of the knuckleball, as Moji's held these guys in check, and guys who throw knuckleballs, there's a little bit of wind, and the ball is seeming to move just ever so slightly. Mastari rips another line drive, and all the kid does is hit, hit, hit. So we're 11-2, bottom of 7, 1 out. Al Rice up to bat.
Come on, Alex.
So we'll see what Al's got here. Need a lot of hits in a row here. No home runs. Al goes to the right field line, out of play,
Come on, Alex.
over the fence, 2 strikes, 1-2 count.
Come on, Alex.
So here comes out 1 and 2. 1 out, bottom 7. Team Mudville chasing big. And Al hits a knuckler out to left center. Mastari easily into third. And here comes Chris Lentine. I mean, a couple of hits here by Team Mudville. Put a little pressure on these guys. Most of these guys, major players.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
So, don't know how much pressure they're really going to feel, but nonetheless, still got to make the play. Chris skies one. Stacy along the fence catches the second out of the inning. As now we are down to the last out for Team Mudville, chasing 11-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Ball hits the plate, just missing the strike zone. 2-1 here. Bo, line drive past Cheeseburger Eddie. That will chalk the third run for Team Mudville. As if you're Team Mudville here, you're trying to just get some momentum rolling. The next game is you're heading to the most likely heading to the losers bracket, and you got to go right away. But off Moj, Rich never runs. Moji reacting like a cat, and that will be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. A lot more softball.
Team Moist will advance to the winners bracket championship after an 11-3 win over Team Mudville. So Moist will be playing.
Blame the coaching.
Yes, blame the coaching. Moist will be playing Fish in the winners bracket championship as the guys shake hands here. Believe Team Mudville will now travel down to field 1. Do not know who they're playing, but nonetheless, Moist pretty convincingly won. And Moist says they got an hour break, so it looks like we're going to have 4 losers teams play. And Team Mudville will travel down to field 1 as Uncle Jimmy's going to turn off the stream.